Good evening, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, I said that we would have a Tony's and Caputo's haul for you guys today. We did not because of a couple of reasons. One was that it's been snowing again like crazy today, and I don't even know, my mom said we're supposed to get like another 6 inches tomorrow. I don't know how much we currently have outside. Maybe I can show you guys, but it is like kind of crazy outside. Not actually, it's again not that bad, but like it just seems like it came down pretty quickly. And on top of that too, like it was just like the conditions, like visibility was kind of not that great today. And my dad was also working out of state today, so he was coming from further away, and on the way home he actually said there was a really bad accident, but it wasn't in like the lane he was in going home, it was the opposite lane, but traffic was just really slow in general because of it. And so he said that you know, like I think Jack had texted to get picked up because he didn't have weightlifting, which I now found out Jack has weightlifting every single day as long, you know, if he wants to go. Even though Jack is out of, you know, going to be out of high school next year, he's still going to, you know, support his team and still work out just for his own benefit as well, you know, and just to encourage the, you know, again, the underclassmen sort of, and, you know, I guess the juniors and sophomores and freshmen, you know, to keep coming out and things like that too. And again, for his also, you know, his own kind of workout. But he has been going to that now, so it's 4 days a week instead of where it was, I think, just 3 days a week. Now they're doing it 4 days a week. It's every day except for Fridays. So while Jack was picked up like normal time, originally like my dad was like, oh, I'm like about, I don't know, he said like half an hour was gonna be late to pick Jack up, but he ended up not getting home until like 4 o'clock, I think, or something around there, because Jack normally gets out of school at about 3, and so he didn't end up getting home, my dad, until about 4 o'clock. So and then I actually had called him and was like, do you want to go today, because he was already kind of running late. And then me and my mom actually had something that we were watching at it was on at 7 o'clock. So although I still figured that, like, you know, again, my dad got home around 4, we had about 3 hours or so, would probably be okay. But I was also making dinner for tonight too, which again, I probably still would have had time between all of that was going on. But again too, because my dad was in the car for so long, he is just like, I'm 50-50 on whether or not I want to go. He's like, I want to have time to be able to do things tomorrow, but at the same time I also kind of don't want to go today. So we ended up just deciding we were going to go to Tony's and Caputo's tomorrow. And I have the list done already because again, we plan on going today, so I can go again first thing in the morning. And it's not too late right now, so I can probably get in the shower and get up and still be up semi early tomorrow so that we can go. And Jack has somewhere though, I think he has to be at 10 o'clock. They're supposed to be, I don't know, they're doing like a video or like a promotional kind of thing for, I don't know how he was describing it, but like for like the different sports that are going on, I think, right now. And so they're doing wrestling, Jack and I don't know, like his group, and so they're like interviewing kids, or they have to film something at the school, I'm not entirely sure, but they're doing that tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So they're gonna be over there. So my dad's like, okay, we have to go early in the morning so that we can get back. And normally Tony's and Caputo's only wind up taking about an hour in total, sometimes like a little bit more. So long as we're out at the stores, you know, and up and everything like that, we should be able to get home. Like even if we left at the latest 9 o'clock, hopefully we'd still be home by 10, but we still want to try and be home earlier than that. You know, so we're aiming on 8 o'clock to go. So like I said, I want to get to bed somewhat earlier so I don't have to do that, you know, get up really late, and then have to go after we take Jack or something. So I did end up doing laundry today, and I also edited 2 vlogs, and then of those 3 that I edited yesterday, plus the other ones that I already had that were edited, I ended up uploading 4 today, and I have now got 3 that are currently edited, which is up until I think it was Monday's vlog or something like that. But since I'm going to my aunt's house this coming week on like Tuesday to Wednesday, I'm hoping to be at least, again, somewhat more caught up so that I'm not super behind when I'm not probably editing for those 2 days. So, and also too, like me and my mom had like a lot of stuff going on. Like if I was going, I would have come back today, and the same thing too, like then I wouldn't have been able to possibly have done the thing that we were planning on. Like what we ended up watching today, probably wouldn't have been able to do that if I would have ended up going over to my aunt's house. Along with too, I think I was telling you guys, we've had some family stuff come up as well, not like on my aunt's side of the family, on my other side of the family. So we've just had a lot of stuff sort of going on this week. And like I was telling you guys too, it was kind of last minute that we planned on like going over there. And so again, I wasn't like completely like settled, like I didn't have everything completely in order too. But again, the good thing is that even still, I'm only going over for just the one night right now, because I was like telling you guys too, I was like, I don't even know if it's gonna wind up taking that long. Like what if I'm done with it actually really quickly, and then I committed to staying over for like 2 nights for 3 days, and again, what if it doesn't wind up actually taking me that long? Or also too, like what if I'm like, I'm just gonna need one more night after this or whatever. But spacing it out again, I think might wind up working out a little bit more. So we're gonna wind up doing that. So again, if I do still need time to finish it, I can always go back over there, and you know, if I need even more time after that, I can always again change it, make it longer or something along those lines. But anyways, again, that's what's been up so far, and that's kind of what's coming up. And then on top of that too, I also ended up making dinner. We ended up doing chicken Kiev kind of stuff for dinner tonight. And I think tomorrow, I think I was telling you guys too, Caputo's has got eggs on sale. So I'm probably gonna wind up doing actually and use up our leftover, well, like our older eggs, because I want to just like rotate the stuff out that's older that's in there. Like, because we always like to have like at least 1, maybe 2 dozen eggs in the fridge at a time, just so that like if we're using them for like you know, like what's it called, like baking, you know, like cookies, cakes, you know, all that kind of stuff, we just always have eggs. So I've had some that have been in the fridge, and because I have not like used them specifically because they've been so expensive, I just kind of been like, okay, like, you know, we have them, but they're again a little bit older, so I'm like, I probably just want to get them used up, and since we'll be getting more, can kind of just get the old stuff out and new stuff in. So hopefully they do wind up having those. But either way, I'm most likely going to do like a breakfast for dinner egg bake kind of thing tomorrow, just because I definitely don't want them to go to waste. Eggs are way too much money to let them go to waste. But at the same time too, if I'm getting new ones and kind of just replacing the older ones, like I said, I just kind of want to rotate those out so that we can, you know, like I said, get some fresh eggs in there. And, you know, again, the older ones we won't wind up having go to waste, because I'm not sure that we'll wind up using them within that time. And I also don't want to have a ton of eggs sitting in the refrigerator and then not actually have like anything to use them for. And like also too, because right now Matthew's not home. When he was home over winter break, he was actually doing like a lot of like omelets and stuff like that, and like scrambled eggs and stuff when he would come home from the gym. And so now that he's not here anymore, I'm like, okay, I've noticed now we're not going through eggs quite as quickly, but like I said, I still like to have always that like extra dozen or 2, just for again baking and things like that. But I don't know what I'm doing for the other 2 days of cooking right now. I think I want to do, I know I have got like a chili cheeseburger, like pasta, like freezer dinner that I think I might want to cook up, and I'm not entirely sure what else I want to actually do right now. Oh, you know what I do have, guys? I have split pea soup that I saw out in the freezer that I might wind up doing, because but I'm gonna do the egg bake tomorrow, so maybe on Sunday night we can do the split pea soup. The only thing is, I don't think Jack really likes split pea soup, and I think that it had ham in it, so I kind of don't want to take a chance and eat it myself. So I think that I'm not gonna do that. But the good thing is that I think what happened was I made a big batch of it before, and I ended up freezing it, like what was left over from it, so it's not that much. And it's like, I know my mom likes split pea soup, my dad kind of likes it too. I'm not really sure that Jack likes it very much, but we'll see how that winds up turning out. But I think that might be what I wind up doing for this week, and then do the like pasta chicken, or pasta like what's it called, cheeseburger pasta mac kind of stuff, do that on Monday. So I think that's my meal plan. I literally just came up with that on the fly right now, but we're gonna go with it. Because I was telling you guys too how I was like, oh yeah, well me and Jack kind of just went through the freezer, like I kind of figured out some of the stuff that was out there and everything, and I was like, oh, this is really awesome. I completely forgotten what's out there already. This is why I need to have things written down, because I won't remember. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like the same basic stuff we always wind up doing, like sloppy joes, and I'm like I know that there's other stuff and more variety of stuff that's out there. And I just, right now, it's eluding me because I'm like, I don't remember what that was, or, you know, what else we have that I can cook. So, like I said, I think we have meatballs out there too. I can probably do like meatball, like sandwiches. But that's the other thing too, is that I gotta get sandwich buns for that, and I don't think I have any of those. The other thing too is that I do have that Italian beef I got last week at Tony's and Caputo's. So, I might not wind up doing that this, like, next week, but the following week possibly, and then next week do the, because, like, I like to do, like, one kind of, like, sandwich kind of dinner, so I'll either do, like, barbecue chicken, sloppy joes, like, meatball sandwiches, the Italian beef, I'm trying to think, like, fish sandwiches, like, that kind of stuff. I'll normally do, like, one type of sandwich when I do, like, out of my 4 cooking days for that week, and then I will try and switch something up, too, where it's, like, either, like, a chicken dinner possibly one week, or like, you know, one of the days, and then like a beef dinner or something else along those lines. And then, and because chicken's so cheap actually right now, I haven't seen many deals right now on like ground beef, but I have on chicken. Like, again, Tony's this week has got another 99-cent chicken sale, or chicken breast, so I'm getting more chicken. But like, there's that, so I've actually seen pretty good deals on it. But try and like switch that up, or like pork or whatever. And then the summer times, a lot of times we'll wind up grilling one of those kind of days that I wind up doing it. Like, we'll either do hamburgers or grilled pork chops, or we'll wind up doing like sometimes grilled chicken on occasion. I don't really like to make the grilled chicken myself. I'll normally just do pork chops, or else the like hamburgers. Or if we have anything else to grill, which I don't really know that we do a lot. Normally it's one of those two things. And then also too, sometimes we'll do shrimp. I'll throw shrimp in there on occasion, but we'll also, that's the other thing too, is I have shrimp. I could do shrimp scampi at some point. So I'm going through the whole list of all the things I know is out in the garage right now. And then one of the other days when I cook, sometimes I'll try and do something pasta related. So again, like cheeseburger, like chili mac kind of stuff, or Italian chicken, or just like kind of like chicken cacciatore, or like just regular like meat sauce, like you know, I'll do like extra like ground beef with whatever I'm making. And again, that's from all the meat that I have in my freezer that I wind up getting. You know, throughout, like, whenever I get sales, normally then, like I said, I'll turn them into freezer dinners, and that's all stuff that I have out in the freezer. So, like I said, I will wind up sometimes turning whatever, you know, like, I normally kind of rotate a lot of that stuff. Like, it'll be, like, one pasta dinner, one, like, sandwich kind of dinner, and then, like I said, too, some type of, a lot of times, like, a chicken dinner, or, like a beef, pork, you know, again, something like that. I try and keep it a little bit, like I said, kind of interesting. And then again, too, sometimes we'll throw like fish in there, or, you know, like I said, like the shrimp, or, you know, whatever it is, even though it sometimes counts kind of as the pasta. Some weeks I might wind up doing 2 pasta dinners of the 4 days that I wind up cooking on the weekends, you know, which is Friday through Monday. But, like I said, it just kind of depends. And it also depends on, too, what my mom ended up cooking. Like, I might have ended up doing salsa chicken this weekend, but she just did tacos yesterday, I think. So I will probably avoid doing, like I said, like that. And then too, if she winds up doing like on Thursday, she does something pasta related, I'll sometimes, if I wasn't planning, or was planning on doing like a pasta dinner on like Friday, I might then wind up moving mine to like Monday, so we're not doing like pasta dinner like back-to-back nights. Although again, a lot of times she'll wind up doing something kind of different than what I'm doing. I try and, like I said, keep that a little bit separate, so that we're not doing things quite super similar, or kind of just the same. Even though, like, pasta, you can, again, do something that's like a chicken-based pasta, and then, or like a white sauce pasta and like a red sauce pasta, and they can taste totally different. But at the same time, too, I kind of want to, like I said, keep things sometimes a little bit more different than what we traditionally do. And if it wasn't so cold this weekend, like if we were in up until like the 40s, maybe even 50s, like we were a couple weeks ago, or, you know, weekend ago or whatever, it was actually kind of warm last weekend. Or no, was it on Monday, Tuesday, something like that, whatever day it was. No, was it Wednesday? I don't know. Whatever day we actually started getting the snow. I think it was Wednesday. It was actually warm that day. And I think I was telling you guys too, it was like weird because like the snow wasn't really like sticking like to like the streets because it was like, you know, black pavement. But then they, like as soon as it got cold, it was like everything was like freezing because it got so cold. And now we're supposed to have days where it's like only 17 is a high, I think, and stuff like that. So it's supposed to be pretty chilly. I didn't see any days really that was going to be above 30 in the next like week or so, like maybe hovering right around there, but not many days like that. So again, if we would have had days where it was a little bit warmer, like again up into the 40s and 50s, I might have my dad go outside and grill, just because like I'm not like, and my dad too is not picky about like if we wind up grilling, like, you know, people always are grilling out in the summertime. We're just like, you know, I try and do to avoid dishes because I don't have to clean hardly any dishes when we wind up grilling. So and my dad too, he'll just be like, yeah, sure, I'll just go and do stuff in the garage while, you know, like I got the grill going. And honestly too, it's not like, even though like the outside temperature is like colder, it really doesn't wind up actually affecting like the food at all. Like you know, like the cook time and like stuff like that, like it's not that affected by it being cold outside, you know, and like how you kind of cook. So like at least we've noticed that. It does, again too, my dad does have to play with it a little bit more, but it's not like, oh, like, you know, it's gonna, everything's gonna cook so crazy differently because it's so cold outside. Like I said, if we're still hovering around that 50-degree mark, it's not actually that much different than like, again, if you're cooking at 60 or 70 degrees outside. So, you know, like you don't have to, again, do a lot of like playing with the temperature to kind of watch, you know, again, how hot the grill ends up getting. It normally, like I said, will still kind of do it itself, but then when you get down to like 16 degrees, that's when it's not working out so well. So like I said, so long as it's like somewhat warmer outside, a lot of times we will wind up grilling. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna take a shower now and get to bed. I will see you guys all in tomorrow with a haul for tomorrow, guys. We should most likely for sure have that. But I will see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.